Today, we're comparing keto and intermittent fasting head-to-head to determine which loses weight faster. Not testimonials, not social media hype. Specific advantages for fat loss speed, metabolic changes, and measurable weight reduction. The outcomes that actually matter when you step on the scale. You've seen keto transform bodies by cutting carbs to nearly zero. You've watched intermittent fasting help people lose weight by restricting when they eat, not what they eat. Both claim rapid fat loss, both have passionate advocates, but which one actually delivers faster weight loss results? Right now, the score stands 0-0, but by the end of this video, you'll know the final score and the truth. This is the health verdict, where nature gets tested. Round 1. How each method works. The ketogenic diet is an extremely low carbohydrate, high fat eating pattern. You restrict carbohydrates to 20 to 50 grams daily, about 5 to 10% of calories. Fat comprises 70 to 80% of intake, with moderate protein at 15 to 20%. This forces your body into ketosis, a metabolic state where fat becomes the primary fuel source instead of glucose. The liver converts fat into ketones that fuel the brain and body. You're eating bacon, eggs, butter, cheese, meat, fish, oils, nuts, and low-carb vegetables. You eliminate grains, sugar, most fruits, and starchy vegetables. The diet is about what you eat, not when. Intermittent fasting is a time-restricted eating pattern. You cycle between eating periods and fasting periods. The most common approach is 16-8, fasting for 16 hours, eating within an 8-hour window. Other variations include 1 meal a day, alternate day fasting, or 5-2 fasting. You can eat whatever you want during eating windows, though most people naturally reduce calories. The fasting period extends overnight, typically skipping breakfast and eating lunch through early dinner. During fasting, your body depletes glucose stores and shifts to burning fat. Insulin levels drop, human growth hormone increases, and cellular repair processes activate. The method is about when you eat, not what. Both methods shift metabolism toward fat burning, but through different mechanisms. Keto does it through carb restriction. Intermittent fasting does it through time restriction. This round establishes the approaches. No winner yet. Current score: keto diet 0, intermittent fasting 0. Round 2. Initial weight loss speed. Keto produces dramatic initial weight loss, often 10 to 15 pounds in the first 2 weeks. However, most of this is water weight, not fat. When you deplete glycogen stores by restricting carbs, you lose the water that glycogen binds in muscles and liver. About 3 grams of water per gram of glycogen. This creates rapid-scale drops that feel rewarding but aren't pure fat loss. Fat loss follows, typically 2 to 4 pounds weekly after the initial water drop. The speed is motivating and creates momentum. Many people lose 20 to 30 pounds in the first month, though water comprises a significant portion initially. Intermittent fasting produces slower initial weight loss, typically 1 to 3 pounds weekly from the start. There's no dramatic glycogen depletion and water loss like keto. The weight coming off is more consistently fat rather than water. The scale moves more gradually but steadily. Some people find this less motivating initially because the changes aren't as dramatic. However, what you lose is more likely to be actual body fat from day 1 rather than water that will return when you eat carbs again. Keto wins decisively for initial weight loss speed and psychological motivation from rapid scale changes, even though much of the early loss is water weight. The winner of this round is keto diet. Current score: keto diet 1, intermittent fasting 0. Round 3. Fat loss versus water loss. Keto's initial dramatic weight loss includes substantial water. After the first 2 to 3 weeks, fat loss rates are approximately 1 to 3 pounds weekly, similar to other caloric restriction methods. The advantage is appetite suppression from ketones, making it easier to maintain caloric deficits. Studies show that after 6 months, keto dieters lose more weight than low-fat dieters. But by 12 months, differences diminish as adherence drops. The fat loss is real, but not dramatically faster than other approaches once you account for initial water loss. Muscle loss can occur if protein intake isn't adequate. Intermittent fasting's weight loss is primarily fat from the beginning. Studies show that intermittent fasting preserves muscle mass better than continuous caloric restriction because elevated growth hormone during fasting protects lean tissue. The fat loss rate is steady, 1 to 2 pounds weekly, and sustainable. Research indicates that 16-8 fasting produces similar total fat loss to caloric restriction, but with better muscle preservation. The weight lost is more consistently adipose tissue rather than a mix of water, fat, and muscle. Intermittent fasting wins for quality of weight loss. More fat, less water, better muscle preservation, even though the scale moves slower initially. The winner of this round is intermittent fasting. Current score, tied 1-1. Round 4. Metabolic effects and hunger control. Keto suppresses appetite through ketone production. Ketones reduce hunger hormones and increase satiety signals. Many people naturally eat fewer calories on keto without feeling deprived. The high fat content creates physical fullness. However, the metabolic effects are controversial. Keto may reduce metabolic rate slightly as the body adapts to lower calorie intake. Some research suggests keto provides a small metabolic advantage, perhaps 50 to 100 extra calories burned daily, though other studies show no difference. The real advantage is appetite control, making caloric restriction easier. Intermittent fasting improves metabolic flexibility. Your body becomes efficient at switching between glucose and fat burning. Studies show that intermittent fasting increases metabolic rate by 3 to 14% during fasting periods as norepinephrine rises to maintain energy. Human growth hormone increases up to 5-fold, preserving muscle and enhancing fat burning. Cellular autophagy, the body's cleanup process, activates during fasting. Hunger is challenging initially, but diminishes as ghrelin patterns adapt. Most people report reduced hunger after 2 weeks of consistent fasting. Intermittent fasting's metabolic benefits, increased metabolism, elevated growth hormone, cellular repair, give it advantages beyond simple calorie reduction. Keto's appetite suppression is powerful but doesn't provide the same metabolic enhancements. The winner of this round is intermittent fasting. Current score: intermittent fasting 2, keto diet 1. Round 5. Adherence and sustainability. Keto is notoriously difficult to maintain. Eliminating entire food groups, grains, legumes, most fruits, starchy vegetables, creates social and practical challenges. Restaurants are difficult. Family meals require separate preparation. Travel complicates adherence. The keto flu, headaches, fatigue, irritability during the first week discourages many people. Studies show high dropout rates after 3 to 6 months. Most people can't maintain such extreme carb restriction indefinitely. When people reintroduce carbs, rapid water weight returns, creating yo-yo effects. Intermittent fasting is remarkably sustainable. You can eat any foods, just within a time window. Social situations are manageable. Schedule eating windows around dinners or events. No special foods required. No meal prep complications. The flexibility makes long-term adherence realistic. Studies show that people maintain 16/8 fasting for months or years more easily than restrictive diets. The simplicity, just watch the clock, not the food, appeals to many people. However, some people struggle with hunger during fasting windows, and certain lifestyles don't accommodate delayed eating. Intermittent fasting's superior long-term adherence makes it more effective in practice, even if keto might theoretically produce slightly faster initial results. Weight loss only works if you can sustain the method. The winner of this round is intermittent fasting. Current score: intermittent fasting 3, keto diet 1. Round 6. Flexibility and lifestyle compatibility. Keto requires constant vigilance. Every food must be evaluated for carb content. Hidden carbs in sauces, condiments, and processed foods can kick you out of ketosis. You can't have cheat meals without disrupting ketosis for days. Birthday cake, holiday meals, cultural foods all become problems. Exercise performance suffers initially and may never fully recover for high-intensity activities that rely on glycogen. The rigidity creates stress around food and social eating. Intermittent fasting offers remarkable flexibility. Eat whatever you want during eating windows. Want pizza? Have it at lunch. Craving dessert? Eat it at dinner. You're only restricting when, not what. This makes intermittent fasting compatible with any dietary preference: keto, vegan, paleo, Mediterranean. You can adjust eating windows for social events. Working late? Shift your window. Dinner party? Schedule it within your eating period. The flexibility reduces stress and supports sustainable lifestyle integration. Intermittent fasting's compatibility with real-life, social eating, and dietary preferences makes it far more practical for most people than keto's rigidity. The winner of this round is intermittent fasting. Current score: intermittent fasting 4, keto diet 1. Round 7. Health benefits beyond weight loss. Keto provides specific benefits for certain conditions. It dramatically improves blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity, making it valuable for type 2 diabetics. Studies show reduced triglycerides and increased HDL cholesterol. However, LDL cholesterol responses vary widely. some people see dangerous increases in small, dense LDL particles. Keto may reduce inflammation and has shown promise for epilepsy and certain neurological conditions, but long-term safety data is limited. The extreme fat intake concerns many cardiologists, and nutrient deficiencies can develop without careful planning. Intermittent fasting provides broad metabolic health benefits. It improves insulin sensitivity, reduces inflammation, lowers blood pressure, and improves cholesterol profiles. Research shows benefits for brain health, cellular repair through autophagy, and potential longevity effects. Studies indicate reduced oxidative stress and inflammation markers. Intermittent fasting may reduce cancer risk and support heart health. The approach has decades of research in various forms across cultures. The health benefits extend beyond weight loss to comprehensive metabolic improvement. Intermittent fasting's broader health benefits and superior safety profile give it the advantage for overall wellness beyond just losing weight. The winner of this round is intermittent fasting. Current score, intermittent fasting 5, keto diet 1. Final verdict. The final score is 5-1. Intermittent fasting wins decisively. Keto delivers faster initial weight loss. The scale drops dramatically in the first 2 weeks, creating powerful motivation. If your primary goal is seeing rapid scale changes, keto provides that psychological boost. For specific medical needs like type 2 diabetes requiring immediate blood sugar control, keto's effects are unmatched. But intermittent fasting is the superior choice for sustainable, healthy weight loss. The fat loss is more consistent and genuine, less water fluctuation. Muscle preservation is better through elevated growth hormone. The metabolic benefits extend beyond simple calorie reduction. Most importantly, intermittent fasting is sustainable. You can maintain it for months or years because it fits real life. Here's the optimal strategy. Start with 16-8 intermittent fasting as your foundation. Skip breakfast. Eat between noon and 8 p.m. This alone creates caloric restriction for most people. If you want faster results, combine intermittent fasting with a lower carb diet, not full keto, but reducing processed carbs and sugar while keeping healthy carbs from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. This hybrid approach gives you intermittent fasting's metabolic benefits and sustainability with some of keto's appetite suppression, without the extreme restriction. For the first month, many people lose 10 to 15 pounds on intermittent fasting, competitive with keto when you consider that keto's dramatic initial loss is largely water that returns. By month 3, intermittent fasting often produces equal or greater fat loss because adherence remains high, while many keto dieters have quit. Neither method works without creating a caloric deficit. Both require commitment, proper nutrition, adequate protein, regular exercise, and patience. But intermittent fasting provides the best combination of effectiveness, sustainability, metabolic benefits, and lifestyle compatibility for most people seeking weight loss. This is the health verdict, where nature gets tested. Stay curious, stay healthy.